so much to talk about! First order of business. Yes, I'm on Pottermore. I actually was one of those kind of insane people who actually stayed up really, really late when J.K. Rowling had that thing going where you could play the game where you find answers to obscure questions in the books, which actually weren't hard at all. And then you put it into the little site and you follow the quill and blah, 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 blah. So I did that. Quite proud of it. I did it on the second night. I stayed up too late on the first night. And then like the minute I went to bed, basically I went to bed and I woke up like 2 hours later and I had missed it. And I was super pissed. Anyway, I put my name in the group that we have on the Facebook, and that's my name. It's a cool name. I think it fits me really well. The house that I got into is not what I expected at all. I got into Ravenclaw, and I suppose that my answers were very, very Ravenclaw-esque, but I actually thought that I was going to be a Hufflepuff. Like, I was so sure I was going to be a Hufflepuff, and they put me in Ravenclaw. And, like, when I look back on it, I guess it kind of made sense, but I was still so sure that I was going to be in Hufflepuff. And almost kind of hoping for Gryffindor just because I like the idea of being a Gryffindor as opposed to a Ravenclaw, only because I don't think I deserve Ravenclaw. I didn't get into Gryffindor, I got into Ravenclaw. That's okay. I still think that I belong in Hufflepuff more than I belong in either of the other two. In fact, in some ways I kind of think I'm almost a Slytherin, but whatever. That did not ever come up. Emily 2. Daniela is so amazing. I can't believe I never discovered her, so I'm really, really glad that you made that recommendation. I'm floored. She's very, very talented. So if Jen or Katie, you haven't looked at Daniela yet, you really, really have to. Punishments. Honestly, I don't really care, except I feel like we really should, because if we don't, then we'll just get lazy and we will probably ultimately give up completely, and we probably won't put up nearly as many videos, and we'll all just start going, whatever, and that would just be sad and so wrong. So we should probably figure it out somehow. I said that I would brainstorm like 5 times, and I haven't done it yet because I'm a slacker. That's true. So that's the truth about me, is that I'm a slacker. I'm going to gripe about something today, actually. I was quite dismayed when I saw a link on Facebook to an article concerning the Texan Republican Party. I don't know if you've seen it. I assume you have. It's been up for probably a couple days now. I think it has. Apparently, they don't support the teaching of critical thinking. That genuinely bothers me a lot. Which is so backwards. I was so pissed. I've never been more irked by something. That's something that's so human, that's so, like, awesome that we can do, is think critically about things like that, and something that should definitely be used at all opportunities, in my opinion. The fact that they would deprive children of our next generation of learning how to think critically just kind of disgusts me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think that it's crap. So I'm just throwing that out there. Like, being able to look at our world through different lenses and just see it from different points of view and be able to look at a situation and think, does this work? Why doesn't this work? Is this logical? Like, that's something that's so important. And by the way, if they're not going to teach critical thinking in school, what else are they going to teach? Everything in school comes down to critical thinking in some form or another. Like, oh, let's just have our kids sit around all day and do what? I would even be tempted to say that there's critical thinking involved in PE or gym or whatever you want to call it. I mean, sure, you're mostly testing your sense of proprioception or your bodily kinesthetic intelligence or something like that, but there's still some form of it. Sort of. Somewhere in there. It's worth it. Gym, PE is probably just about the only thing that they could do where the school wouldn't be on them about critical thinking. But yeah, let's just completely reform our school system so that it essentially doesn't do anything at all. The school systems are bad enough. You're going to make it so that kids don't even learn how to think critically, which is kind of most of the point. That's great. Thank you. I have a lot of faith in our future, since the older generation is completely ruining it for the future generation. Thanks. Thanks, guys. I really don't think that I have a good recommendation for you today, be it books, YouTubers. As you'll notice, the amount of effort that went into this video has significantly lowered compared to the last time. In fact, I think if I were to put it in graph form, it would probably look a little bit like this. You should probably just stop watching now. Just go. Go. Go!